Because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big run that time by Henry. 45 yards on the ground.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Henry. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, Stafford here. This one caught by Davis. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Easy. 32. Hey.
Now Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins now. Looking deep for Gabriel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Cousins to throw it. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good-headed scheme going.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial him up.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gun.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
He's wide. Check 26, check 26.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Line out.
Alert 3. Check 4, check 4.
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, Cousins. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Gun.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Henry running right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check 13. Check 3.
Throwing is Cousins. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10 to 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 27, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Cousins. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check. Crunch. Rhino.
After the penalty, it's Henry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
Bunch formation. Come on, boys, come on. Shift.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Come on, fellas.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
22.
Running right, this is Freeman. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
On second down, here's Henry. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Third and short yardage, Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Watch it slap.
First carry here for Tywan Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Stafford. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Tackles.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Again, they'll run with Freeman. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devontae Freeman. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on the
best.
gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Look at him.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's coming again.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd.
32. Go, go.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it again with Henry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll go again to Jones. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Freeman again. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. On first down, Freeman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Hey, Haywood! Say no. Come on! 57's Mike. Mike 57. Pick me up.
Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
10. 57. Hey, 7. White. Check. 6. Get 20.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Ross on the return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins with a give to Jones. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hot. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Strip the ball. Strip that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready. 280. Stay 50, stay 50.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Saints, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.